If you are looking into buying cheap and safe FIFA coins, look no further than footcoinshop.net. They have the fastest service, an incredible loyalty reward system, and the best prices around. Use my creator code Inception when you sign up for your account and get a 5% discount with your order. Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have the new evolutions to check out. Today is going to be for the Team of the Week upgrade. So for this one, guys, you can obviously have a player in your team that you're getting from some of these Team of the Week SBCs. You pack some players, you can potentially upgrade them towards the 50k part and get some stat increases, right? So shooting, defending, passing, dribbling, and then pace, physical, passing, and dribbling, while giving them two different playstyles, right? So one would be the incisive pass, and then the other one would be the quick step one, right? So obviously when it comes to looking at some of the evolution upgrades that you guys could potentially get, it's very important to mention that you could potentially get some nice improvements in the future, right? For certain cards, especially ones that are not like too crazy meta, or, you know, you basically pay for an upgrade that you could potentially have right now, and it's only a 50k difference because you technically didn't actually buy the player. For instance, the main one is obviously going to be Raphael Varane, right? So let's say, for instance, you just have an informed Raphael Varane chilling in your club, right? You got him in like the player picks during that time period or whatever it was, and he's chilling in your team, and you can spend 50k to basically upgrade him. It would kind of be worth it, because if you take a look at the difference between this card right here and the Thunderstruck version, we don't know if he's going to upgrade because Man United is a weird team. You know, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. The card, to be fair, does get some playstyle changes if they actually end up winning their games, but honestly I haven't really been paying attention to the Thunderstruck upgrades unless it was De Jong, and that's already like been chalked up pretty much. But with Varane, obviously, I think he needed like what, 2 wins out of the 4 during that time period to get 2 more playstyles and stuff. But if you go to the informed version and he's already chilling in your club, then it's a cool card to evo. It is, to be fair, right? The card as of right now is massively expensive at 696k, right? Again, it's a card that you would have to get in the SBC. You got lucky enough to get him, you put him into the 50k upgrade, and it's good to go, basically, right? With the new playstyle that he has, it's cool, man. It's a cool card to get. But I mean, you could already see just from the inform, is that actually the case with this card? Oh wow, this guy has no playstyles. The Thunderstruck is that big of a difference? Holy dude. Oh dude, I mean, you know what, to be fair, listen, let me see, because it's the same as this one. Oh, it is, bro. The Thunderstruck is so much better. Oh my goodness. I mean, listen, not even in comparison, to be honest. It's not. The playstyle difference is massive. But as I said, if you packed the card and he's chilling in your club and you're using 50k to upgrade him, you can't go wrong with it. But at the same time, like, look at all those playstyles in this game. Defenders, you just need full meta. It just needs to be in the full meta direction. They just got to do that 100% of the times, every single time, right? But again, guys, what's really important to mention when it comes to these evolutions is the potential upgrades in the future. So you shouldn't always go with the top tier meta options, because you don't know which direction EA is going to head towards when it comes to upgrading some of these cards that usually don't get promo cards. Like Varane gets promo cards, right? He gets the informs, you get promo cards, you know. It might not be the best bet for that, but like I said, if the inform's chilling in your club and you have 50k to spare, why not, right? But for this one, it's probably going to be mostly sentimental value as well. I could show you guys some options that you could potentially work with, right? So it's always important to check out each of the individual evolutions, because some cards you can actually upgrade right now if you don't necessarily want to go in like the full meta direction, right? So when I go Team of the Week upgrade, you can already see that there's players like Varane, who is a top choice. You have Marino, who could also be a choice for you as well, but again, it would have to be like a first owned player. In this case, you would kind of have to be like a Real Sociedad fan, right, to be able to upgrade this card with a Shadow Chemistry style. He is a controlled lengthy player, so the pace would actually be pushed out of the card because of the lengthy parts. You got 85 acceleration, 85 for sprint speed while improving the defense, and you have a Real Sociedad card who's a little bit more usable to work with, right? So not too bad there. He actually has some pretty decent play styles and stuff. No defensive ones, which is a little bit lackluster, but Might not be too bad if you're going in that direction. Some of the options here are going to be less meta, but maybe could be nice cards in the future, depending on how EA ends up improving them. But, you know, you have cards like Mats Hummels, you know, he's got 74 pace, which is on the lower side. You have this guy, which I'll never remember his name. It's Arsnes or something. Norwegian dude. He's actually very good. Very versatile player for Benfica. He plays everywhere. But on a hunter, I mean, you have an all-rounded player in general, right? So it's not necessarily too bad if you were to go specifically in this direction, because he actually gets some pretty decent improvements. Now, evolutions wise, that's the best one, but he had like one before that actually gave him some pretty good upgrades as well. It might be the same one, but you know, you get cards like Bonza and stuff who obviously get the improvements. He still has like certain base mechanics, like he has a 4-star weak foot and stuff. So for a card like this, you would get him if you're going in the direction of Liga NOS, Sporting Braga, that type of deal, you know. David Alaba, I think, would be the other meta choice for the most part, because with David Alaba, he is a person who, if you give the Shadow Chemistry style too, he gets the massive pace boost as well as the defending boost. And he would be put in a pretty decent area, wouldn't necessarily be bad. From the Inform version, which I think I actually have on, I might actually have on my RTG accounts, to be honest with you. The Inform card is actually 0 coins right now because it's extinct, because most people are actually using the Evo on him just in case they think he might not get any sort of card in the future, right? So there you go. He's extinct because of that very reason. But it's really funny because I think I haven't used him on my RTG yet. So technically I can use the 50k on him if I want to use a Real Madrid linked player, because the Evolutions version would give him a pace boost and put him at a 90 acceleration, 90 for sprint speed, while still working with Anticipates. Now, the interesting part about this card, guys, is the different positions that you could potentially use them in, because you can technically use a card like this in the CDM position, because he has the center back change, right? Obviously, you would start your team in a 5-back formation, but then you could just rotate him into the midfield setup afterwards, while being a medium high work rated player with a 4-star weak foot, and he's left footed with a shadow, while also working with the Anticipate playstyle while being given quick step and incisive pass. So he actually gets a few decent ones, to be fair, right? That's why it's gonna be like one of the top choices to work with too, because David Alaba actually has some things to work with, especially if you guys did end up getting him from the SBC, from the team of the week, right? We have this guy who is trending as well. He had a different card before, which is this one, which you can use 2 different things in, right? So right now you can use them in the base, 2 team of the week, 2 relentless meets radioactive, and to be fair, you're actually working with a decent card. Now, why is he decent? Because sure, the sprint speed is at an 89, but guess what? This card is a controlled lengthy player. So because he's a lengthy, the pace will be pushed out of the card a little bit more, and in the defensive positions, he's got good defensive stats. Physical is above mid 80s area, which is obviously a very nice thing to work with, right? It's definitely very, very solid. Zinchenko is on the lower side when it comes to pace, so that's mainly Sentimental as well. I could see him getting cards in the future, to be honest with you. Again, guys, with these types of upgrades, it's always more ideal to upgrade cards that you think will never get any sort of promo cards in the future. Like, that's usually the main things, right? Especially from like nationalities that don't often get like super, super crazy cards. Like, look at this guy, right? This guy is a player that gives you a medium high work rate. He plays for Uzbekistan, right? But on a shadow chemistry style, he's a controlled lengthy player, and he plays in the Super League. So if you're going to do a team that's from the Super League, this guy's actually pretty decent in that area, usability wise, right? He does lack in play styles, which is a huge letdown. Pretty sure a rare gold Chouameni would probably do more just because of that alone. But again, if you are building a team that's from the Super League because you like that league, right? Not necessarily a bad upgrade. There's cards like Saul as well, who, to be fair, is actually not that bad because he's also a controlled lengthy player on an anchored chemistry style, so you can boost his pace, his defense, and his physicality while working with a few play styles. Nothing too crazy on the card. Saul's never really been that crazy in FIFA. They never really gave him like a crazy card. There's other cards as well, like Morales. You have Tameze, right? Tameze or Tamiz. I don't know how to say this guy's name, but this guy also had the radioactive Maestro, which a lot of people did because he obviously provides you with the easier link ups in your team because he's French Serie A, and then you get the fact that he's a radioactive. So really easy to work with when it comes to the link ups. Timber is the main guy that's actually trending in the game itself because you know, he gets some pretty decent upgrades as well for someone who is an Eredivisie player, right? So if you're building a team in that general area, not too bad there. But Timber is probably going to be a card that gets an upgrade in the future as well. So like I said, with the team of the weeks, you want to do your best to choose cards that you feel like would probably never really get like promo cards in the future, but you do want to have him in your team, right? Like even Gazaniga can definitely be a decent one too. This guy should basically be a model IRL. You know the vibes with him. Plays for Girona. Impressive. He's their main goalkeeper, I'm pretty sure. Him and Eric Garcia plays in that team. There's also Porto, who's like a foot legend for me, that plays in that team too. I was like looking at the squad, I was like, oh, they actually have like a few decent guys here. But as they obviously perform very well as a unit. We have the female player, but she's really like small, so in the center back position might not be ideal. Maybe if you can rotate her into the CDM position, it wouldn't be bad, right? Because that league, there's actually a few different variables that you could potentially work with as well. This guy is another player from the Super League that is a CDM. If you put him into Radioactive Maestro afterwards, and you are a Fenerbahce fan with a Shadow Chemistry style, he's a controlled player. You know what? His pace is in a good area. You don't necessarily need to make him a lengthy in comparison to some of the other cards, because in the CDM position, this card does at least have like a jockey, which can be helpful. Intercept as well, slide tackle. So he does have a few things to work with when it comes to usability in that general position as well. McAllister, center back card, Medina Alderweireld, Lacazette. Giroud actually gets an improvement as well. That's actually pretty interesting. What else we got here? Wilson, Pookie. Yeah, so a lot of the other cards, guys, they're going to mainly be sentimental. But the thing that I always have to mention to you guys, right, is that if you want to upgrade these cards right now, but you are looking to see if any of the cards that you currently have can be upgraded with some other evolutions, it's important to check out that stuff. Because let's say, for instance, I were to go to this evolution and then I were to go to Trequartista time, right? So you'll see right off the bat that for sentimental value, right, because these cards are not necessarily the craziest, but look at the upgrade that he gets. This guy can be added into Trequartista time from the Team of the Week upgrade. It's a 0.3 difference between the Trequartista time from the dribbling sensation, right? But this card on a Hunter Chemistry style, while being a lengthy player who is Swedish in your team, could actually provide you with some pretty decent plays, right? He's got Tiki Taka Plus, Aerial, Incisive Pass, Quick Step, right? But that's like an example of what you could be looking at, right? So I think it was this one. It was Trequartista time, and there was also another play, evolutions that you would have to look at as well, just in case you want to upgrade certain cards. Like for instance, Gonzalo Ramos also has Team of the Week upgrade to Trequartista time. So a few things like that can definitely be really nice. But for this one, guys, I'm telling you, it might be very, very ideal to go in the sentimental route. Usually it is with the evolutions, because they always release evolutions in the future that will allow you to upgrade certain cards and make them even better than what they were before, because they always give them the play styles, right? That's the big thing. But, you know, let's say, for instance, you know, you're building some sort of Congo team, right? This guy, he has a 4-star, 3-star, you know, maybe in the future he gets some improvements as well. He has a card that's actually like usable. You could definitely make him work in a team for sure. He's got some decent play styles to work with as well. So you really can't go wrong with that. Look, another guy, oh well, Trequartista time only by itself. But yeah, always important to check out if you can add more than one evolution as of right now. Like Pookie, obviously, for the Finnish people, could definitely be really cool as well. He's got 3-star, 3-star, high, but that's mostly going to be in sentimental route as well. But yeah, if we go to Footbin and we actually check to see who the popular options are, it's mostly gonna be Varane, and Kunku's from the other one, right? Rare Defender upgrade, yeah. That's not gonna be from the new one, but yeah. So let's go over here, and then we go to Team of the Week upgrade. Yeah, so you'll see the cards over here. There's like players like Talishka, McCabe, who is an Arsenal player, who's not that poorly formatted, to be honest. No, she's pretty decent. You can definitely do her too. Good position changes as well, so you can technically use her as a center mid if you wanted to. So that's actually not a bad card playstyles wise. A lot of playstyles to work with. So yeah, she's pretty cool actually if you go in that direction. Not bad at all. I think David Alaba and Varane are definitely gonna be like the top choices for sure. Varane is on fire like crazy because he's gonna be the top tier. But the thing is though, guys, that when you choose players like Varane, you kind of have to hope for an upgrade in the future. Like I said, a 50k upgrade for Veron, if you already packed him, is sick. Like, it is. So, like, truth be told, it'll be sick. But you're not gonna go ahead and buy the card and then upgrade him. You know, it's not that type of situation with him. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, in regards to like the top tier option ones. Again, it wouldn't be a bad decision to go in the direction of sentimental value. Like, if I were to do sentimental value for a card like this, and you know, I would hope for some sort of upgrade in the future, what I would do is I would go to filters, I would go to countries. Let's go to Portugal. You can see that it's just Gonzalo Ramos as a team of the week upgrade. Maybe this week, because how long is this one out for? Team of the week upgrade is out for 19 days, 26 for expiry date, right? So again, you don't have to do this right away. If you don't have Iran, you don't have to use them right away. There could be some team of the weeks in the future that you could potentially improve if they end up coming out. Like, I'll tell you guys this right now, that sentimental wise, you can always check, right? Like, for me, it'd be like the FC Porto players, but they don't got anything for the team of the week upgrade. Like, they have a few for some of these guys. Like Jaime, guys, like, maybe he gets a team of the season, but I don't know, right? Like, I would have to choose players that I know are not going to get anything. Like Romario Barro, for instance, like, this is a card that I would have gotten for like sentimental, but like, again, not a team of the week upgrade. But you guys get what I'm saying, right? Because like, he's not going to be a card that gets anything in the future. He's just not, right? So that's a card you would improve. You would kind of hope to get stuff in the future, all that sort of situation, right? A nice little cheeky FC Porto player. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, in regards to the potential upgrades that you can get. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video today. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.